So welcome back, everyone. I kind of just wanted to vent, I guess, today, or just, talk about all the crazy emotions from this past weekend. But this weekend's been like a up and down range of emotions, but overall I'm feeling extremely angry. Like, I am completely just pissed off at the entire world, and it's all because I don't have my girl. I don't remember feeling this angry after I lost my boys. I probably was, I don't know, I'd have to go back, I guess, and watch my own videos. And I've got this like numbness that just won't go away. Like, I feel like I'm just walking around like a zombie, and I have chest pains and stomach pains that are still there from the day I lost her. Like, I'm just freaking mad. I'm just so mad, and all I want to do is curl up in bed and watch Supernatural and, maybe stuff my face with Little Debbie's or any other kind of junk food. And these three little turd muffins just won't let me. Like, every time I try to cry and get some of this grief out, they give kisses or hugs and do something cute to like snap me out of it, which in a way is a good thing, but it's also like a bad thing. Like, I really feel like I need just a day to cry my heart out and just scream at the world. Like, I want to scream at the world. I'm just so mad that she's not here anymore. I'm very grateful and blessed that I have, 3 dogs to help me through this. And, well, not just 3 dogs. We have, all the other critters. We have not 9 critters? 10 critters. 10 critters left? There's still a zoo here, and they're all being very leechy. Like, okay, I shouldn't say leechy, clingy, but it feels like leeches sometimes, like, especially with, like, the cats and the birds. Like, they just won't, nobody's leaving me alone. And it's like, it feels like a good and a bad thing. Like, I feel like if I didn't have all these other babies here, that I would be in a worse state of mind going through losing Silver. But, like, it's also just very irritating because I don't feel like I'm grieving enough yet. And the few moments that they do let me actually cry it out, it's so painful letting it out. Like, I physically feel it. Like, not that you don't physically feel grief, in other, aspects, but it's like, I feel like I'm dying on the inside again every time I try to get it out, but there's just so much pain there. And I don't want to do anything. Like, I know I need to like train Sully more. There's all this house remodel stuff we need to do, and there's all these house repairs and just all this life stuff that needs to be done, and I don't want to do any of it. And if it weren't for these babies, I probably wouldn't do any of it, because it's not fair to them to not give them a walk or anything. Like, and I haven't. Like, we go every day still. Like, I'm keeping routine as best as I can for their sake, because I don't want them going through any more than what, because grief affects them too. There's no doubt in my mind that affects animals. Oh my God, something's affecting Sully's butt. My God, child, why can't you sit on the other end of the room? There's just too much going on at once, and I just feel very numb and very angry, and I know it's all part of the process, and I've got, illogical, stupid thoughts, like, not like bad thoughts, just, like, I'm always going to feel guilt. I know I shouldn't, and I know people have told me not to, but that's just, it's part of this whole grief process. There's the guilt, there's the, what else could I have done? But I feel like a mess, and my house is a mess. Oh my God, my house is a mess. Like, you can tell a grieving woman is living here right now. Like, I'm trying my best. Like, I mean, there's even moments I catch myself just sitting there staring off into nothingness, like, because I'm feeling that much pain. And it's like I can hear myself in my head screaming, go do this, you'll feel better, or do something, you'll feel better. But yet I'm just sitting there, just numb. And now comes all the little things, during grief of, weird things like, like I had to cut up the rug in the living room and toss it out this past weekend, and I felt like I was throwing Silver away. And I know I wasn't throwing her away. I mean, it's just, her old pee stains I'm throwing away, but like those feelings, like cutting that rug up, was really heartbreaking. And I was very shocked that the smell wasn't too bad on the actual floor underneath the rug, but just that act of throwing that out. It was like, it was just another thing of that life is leaving, that life is over. And even during that, when I was getting upset and everything, you know, the babies were definitely being cute and definitely trying to help out with putting down the new area rug. But unfortunately, that area rug had a weird odor to it. The very next day, we started smelling the odor become stronger coming out of the area rug, and all of our eyes started burning and we were hacking, and even the dogs started having like little tear stains coming out of all their eyes, and it just smelled really strongly of like oil or gasoline or maybe both. Had to roll it back up and toss it out on the porch, and as soon as we did that and opened the windows, yeah, it helped to get that smell. I don't know what smell it was, but it was also like, then I got even more upset that I tossed out, you know, the last rug Silver was on, you know, just stupid things like that. Like I tossed her bed out, I think 2 days after she passed because I could smell the leftover urine smell. I guess she had another little accident before, you know, we said our goodbyes to her. So it's like there's some things I did quickly and there's some things I've been putting off. Like I still haven't mixed her leftover kibble in with their current kibble because I didn't have much left, but I haven't touched it yet. So that's going to be a process. And another thing I wasn't expecting with all these changes was the feeling of resentment. And I know that might sound weird, but I kind of resent this new crew. I don't know if resent's the good word for it. I know somebody made a comment. I can't remember who it was. Please forgive me because my brain is, you know, like always. I want to say Alyssa. Maybe it wasn't Alyssa. Alicia? I don't know. There's so many comments. Forgive me. But made a comment about how they were longing for their old crew, or even other people have talked about how they long for that special dog, you know, and I'm feeling that really strongly right now. Like I didn't feel this way when my boys passed, but now that Silver's gone, you know, our great lady, you know, I keep looking at these three and I'm like, you're not her. Like I hate thinking it. I hate feeling it. Like my original crew, I would tell them to leave the cat crap alone in the yard and they would listen. This one doesn't. You know, it's like I have tried every trick in my book and every mommy voice tone with them, and they just refuse to listen to me regarding the cat poop. The original crew listened. Like they knew how much it upset me and they knew not to do it. Like, and the original crew didn't break, you know, windows or furniture as much as this one. You know, there's all these little differences. But yet this crew also seems sweeter and more loving to each other than the original crew. Like, I don't know. It's definitely different. And I love that Gypsy and Cleo were part of both the original crew and now they're kind of the leading ladies in this new crew. But it's just very difficult. And over the weekend I wasn't getting any like signs or any feelings like I was, or at least I thought I wasn't. Then I realized how many clips I have been hearing from the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven, where Charlie tells her that, you know, goodbye is only for a little while. I remember when I was little and I asked somebody if dogs had souls, and they straight up told me dogs don't have souls. There's no place for dogs. And I thought in my head, well, that's BS. And then I saw that movie All Dogs Go to Heaven, and I was just like, see, I knew it. I knew they went to heaven. There's puppy heaven. And I hope I get to go there. That's the kind of heaven I want to go, where all the dogs are. But I definitely feel she checks in on me and watches out for me. I just, yeah, it's going to take me a few months to get through all of this stuff. Like, maybe longer. So definitely need to go back to the woods again, because I felt better. You always feel better going in the woods. Nature's healing. Like, it's where you go to reflect on things and just feel better. And I know some of you suggested I should go camping. I have scheduled a couple of camping trips coming up, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. But that was also strange scheduling that this past weekend, those camping trips, because I didn't have to revolve anything around Silver. Like, everything we have ever decided or anything we've ever done, we always made sure she'd be okay. Like, if someone here to watch her, you know, all those kind of things. Like, everything revolved around that dog. Like, we even decided not to look for a new house at one point, like years ago, because, you know, Silver just became blind, and we're like, well, we don't want to do that to her. We don't want to put her in a new house. And I'm sure she would have adjusted perfectly fine, but we're like, let's just stay here for now, you know. Now we might be stuck here, so maybe it wasn't the greatest decision on our part, but again, we made every decision wrapped around Silver, like who we fostered, who we brought home. Everything revolved around this dog for 17 years. And just, you know, planning a trip without having to worry about, you know, Hubby's work schedule and be okay to take care of Silver, or just things like that, like, is really weird. So I'm okay still, and I'm just still working through it. I'm just a walking zombie right now, an angry walking zombie. Very angry at everything. And yeah, I know there's like a list of videos that have been requested, and there's like a list that I had planned to do. Like, videos will happen when they happen, guys, because it's life. Like, I still have a bark box somewhere in, you know, right there in this room, but like I haven't even opened yet, so we'll get to it. I can't, I felt up for talking today. And oh, and regarding my last video, when I wasn't trying to be apologetic to anybody who doesn't think doggies have souls, or doesn't think, you know, dog parents are parents. Like, I couldn't care less, like, what they think. Like, I mean, it doesn't affect me. I was just talking and trying to be polite during a conversation, I guess. Like, yeah, I'm not trying to apologize for any way I think and feel, because I am who I am, and if they don't like it, they can, you know, as we say here, fluff off. So it's just, I was just talking to talk. I do have a couple thank yous to do. First, Lucy, thank you for your card. I got it a couple of days ago, and I really loved the inside, what it says. I've never heard this one before on a sympathy card for pups, but, and I know some of you will appreciate this too, but to make heaven the perfect resting place for loved ones we adore, God made sure those pearly gates contained a doggy door. So cute. And I'm very glad you guys got to know her too, and thank you again for this. And I also wanted to give a huge thank you to Boots, one of the most handsomest boys that I have ever seen on Instagram. Boots, to you and your family, thank you very, very much for your donation to our Ko-fi page. I really, really appreciate it. And also just a huge thank you to each and every one of you. Your comments and everything, I absolutely do feel all your love and support, and just being able to talk with you all through, you know, the messages and everything, and through the comments. Like, I don't know what I did to deserve y'all. I mean, I'm just a weird chick from Ohio, but you know, I really appreciate that you are all in my life. And I know many of you say you don't do enough, but you do way more than I think you realize. That's gonna be it for today's video, and as always, thank you all for listening. And I also just wanted to say that I am thinking, praying, and sending all my healing out to so many of you, because I know many of you have lost your babies too recently. And a lot of you are going through stuff that's way worse than what I'm going through. And I just wanted you to know that I'm thinking of y'all. I love y'all. And yeah, I'm just praying and hoping and sending everything I got to you guys, because that's all I can do. And I wish I could do more. But many blessings and all the good stuff to you guys. And we'll catch you in the next one. All right, take care, everyone. Bye. That's right, you tell him. Good girl.